Alright, so, hey, it's Patrick, and just kind of out of general boredom, and because I haven't done anything with muriatic acid in a while, I thought I'd do an experiment on just one of my extra parts from the truck over there. I got a standard spark plug. It was an old one, and just out of general curiosity, I wanted to know how it would react to the muriatic acid. It's really dark, and I'm kind of sorry about that, but it's pretty close to light. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. If not, I can try and edit something in. Not the best editor of all time, so I don't know how that'll work. But this video is just demonstrating what would happen, because I know a lot of people can't just walk into the backyard and, you know, decide to melt a spark plug of muriatic acid. Okay, so there won't be any more dictation for the rest of this video, mainly because I have to wear the respirator while doing this. Not out of a fear thing, but just of a general safety thing. I'm not going to work with anything like muriatic acid without that respirator or gloves. I also have goggles on. So if you do any project with muriatic acid, you need a respirator, or goggles, gloves, just all of those.
Alright. I don't really know if you can hear me at all. This is 350 milliliters muriatic acid. I won't use all of it. Yeah. You can just watch the reaction. Doesn't seem to be reacting very much. I thought it would react with the metal, but it really doesn't seem like it's doing much of anything. This might have been a failed project. It's bubbling quite a lot, and it's producing a fair amount of heat. Here, give me a sec to take this off. Shit.
Okay, so I just took off my respirator, and you got a fair amount of way away. I just thought I would take a moment to explain what I believe is happening. When I did have the respirator on, I did mention it's producing heat. That's because when muriatic acid reacts with metal, mainly aluminum, which is what I use it with a lot, it creates an endothermic reaction, so it starts from the inside and radiates out. So it will heat up that flask to, I don't really know what the right temperature for it, and I'd like to measure it at some point. I might do that before the video ends. But yeah, as far as anything going on chemically, besides its reaction with the metal, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be reacting and doing much of anything besides oxidizing the metal, which I don't even think it's doing that. If all this fails and this doesn't do anything, I'll leave it in one of my little flasks over there overnight just to see. Of course, I'll have to make sure it's not pressurized, because it'll continue to create gas. I'm just going to go put my respirator on, check it, take it out, and just see if anything has happened. Just in case, for anyone that's wondering how you get rid of muriatic acid once it's been used like this. Some people will say put it back in the bottle, but it's contaminated after you do that. So, like, what I would do is I would use a chemical solvent of some sort, to kind of cleanse it and denature it. Like, water will denature it well. It won't become as acidic. Besides that, I'm not really sure. It's like, I have over here these little bottles of oil. Actually, there might be transmission fluid, I can never remember. For my truck, and I just bottle it up and someone else disposes of it, but things like this, I have no idea. There's another bottle over there from when I did the liquid oxygen experiment, where I had to get the butane out of, the propane out of the tank. So I had to go through that bubbler and it mixed with the water. So I'm not real sure about that, but I'm going to go ahead and check on it and see if it's any changed at all. I'll measure it with my calipers again, see if there's a size difference. If not, I'll just tell you. Alright, so I cleaned it up a little, and so I can actually like hold it without killing myself. One of the things I did notice is how clean it is. It got off all of the rust, which I think is great. Focus! Yeah, this camera sucks. But another thing is the platinum on the tip is completely dissolved, which means it's somewhere in the muriatic acid mix. Don't know how that worked. I didn't know it reacted with muriatic acid. Besides that, and in the cleanliness of it, there doesn't seem to be much. I mean, it cleaning off the rust makes a lot of sense. Muriatic acid, or at least how I get mine, it's marketed as concrete cleaner, which makes sense. It's very strong acid, and it'll clean fucking melted bricks. So, well, not literally, but you know. And while I was trying to figure that out, I talked to my mother. She didn't have a whole lot of insight on what happened either. I thought it was an interesting deal. Nothing too much happened, but it was interesting in itself, and it was just another experiment I could do with the muriatic acid. I actually bought 2 gallons of it, fun fact. I bought 2 gallons of muriatic acid about a year ago, because I was extracting bismuth from Pepto-Bismol, which is an experiment in itself that I should probably record one day. And it was successful. I do have I have a little tiny nugget of bismuth. It's not very pure, and thankfully I have another sample of bismuth upstairs, which is very pure. My mother actually got it for me for Christmas. Because, you know, what do you get a kid for Christmas? You get bismuth and gallium. But that's the whole SparkPlug experiment. Nothing really happened. My whole mess is decently cleaned up, as clean as it can be. I just used some denature alcohol and a bit of water to clean it up. And I keep my muriatic acid in a nice little jar in the corner where no one would ever trip over it. Just catch everyone up to date if I could find it. Over here. Crap, oh, there it is. It's next to my respirator. Here's my oxygen. I have it assembled. I do plan to put some insulation on the side of it. But besides that, the nice spiral fits in here and everything. I used a nice, like, stick I found. It's almost watertight, just not quite. I'll use, like, JV weld or something for that. But it's going well, and I'll have its own video. And in the video for it, there will be an update for it. So, yeah. That was a failed experiment, but it was something.